Hi folks, ours Project here. You catch me today in a country lane, and behind me I have a one of my favourite pickup trucks, all 4x4s. I'm a bit of a Mitsubishi man, Pajero, Shoguns, so on and so forth, and here we are, we have L200 K74. This isn't just any L200 K74, this is actually my dad's L200 K74. Bit neglected, a bit unloved. It hasn't had a wash, this is no word of a lie, since I think it was probably before COVID happened, so that is pretty much nearly 3 years without having a wash. And as you can see, it's definitely needing some decontamination. There's loads of like this moss stuff. He lives obviously in the countryside. I mean, it'll probably be getting its first wash in 3 years. At the end of this video, I might do another video just saying first wash in 3 years. But yeah, I love these trucks. I mean, look at that. Just look at that. Obviously, my dad, he's elderly. He lives out in the countryside. He needs a vehicle like this to get out, because when the snow hits, there's nothing comes down those roads, and he needed a 4x4, and he's had a good few of these. I've had a good few of these, and like I said, this is just a little bit neglected. It's a bit too big for him now. He wants something like a nice small RAV4 or a Tiguan. I sourced these wheels for him. Got some nice big chunky Dunlop AT20 tyres. The chassis on this is actually really good condition. I mean, the underfloor is not bad at all. It's really not bad at all. It's just the exterior. It's got about 145,000 miles on it. Twin airbag model, being an 05. I've put the Warrior leather interior in it. Obviously we never got around to getting the door cards done, because when I bought the interior they just came with the seats. But yeah, did the gear knobs, the Warrior gear knobs. But you can actually buy quite a few of these things, and if you've those eagle-eyed people there, this is actually a 4Life, because it was two-tone blue over silver, so it was a 4Life. Somebody's resprayed this, well, it's supposed to be A67 titanium grey, but it's just weathered. Lots of weathering. It runs really well. It's never let him down, it's never let me down. We've owned it about 7 years. He's driven it pretty much predominantly about 3,000 miles a year. So the question is, what do we do? Do we sell it? Do we scrap it? It runs really well. It may require some welding, but I don't think it's going to require a lot of welding. I think the previous MOT, I think it was about the sill area. Chassis is absolutely mint. There's no welding required on that chassis. He obviously wants to get rid of it. I've had quite a few of these. I think I've had 5 of these trucks before, and they do the job. They do the job, you know what I mean? They're pretty frugal if you don't mess about with them too much. If you do like an EGR mod, put the power ECU pack on them that they did for the animal cars, sorry, the animal pickup trucks, and yeah, so like I said, there's not really much, you know, there's not a massive amount wrong with it. It's just seriously neglected. I mean, if I was to get it, I think I'd probably obviously full decontamination. And you can see there, I think, is that a little bit, yeah, the headlights just completely died. All that there just needs completely redone. I mean, he uses it as like a daily, and if I'm honest with you, he probably only drives it 1 day a week anyway. So yeah, what do we do? Should we buy it? Should we get it? It needs a couple of wings on it. That's a common thing on the L200, and that there is definitely gone. But like I said, underneath is actually pretty well. I think if I was to get it, I think we would probably do like a Raptor paint job on it. What do you think? Originally it was blue and silver. I think I'd probably go with a grey again, and just do a Raptor paint job. Give it a proper full wash underneath the chassis as well. Get all that grub off. Maybe put some new shock absorbers on it, because the shock absorbers are definitely worn. As you can see here, it's just all this grub here. And these have the side steps and they don't rot because they're actually aluminium, unlike the newer ones which seem to rot quite a bit. Tyres are still good on them, alloys need a refurbishment. I'd probably go to the length of maybe putting some Pro Comp shock absorbers on there, change the rear springs, do some poly bushing on the front, maybe a reconditioned steering box, because these are obviously on a steering box system, very much like a Land Rover, but the steering box system isn't, I wouldn't say it's as good as the Land Rover system. And like I said, on this L200 here, it definitely has some wear on the box, on the steering box. Sorry, gearbox is mint. It just needs, I think it just needs a bit of tinnovation, and I I am a sucker for a project. I really am. And like I said, for this, I think we could do something really special with this. I think we could make this look beautiful again. I really do. It's got the load liner on it. I've just literally used it for a tip run, so it does what it says on the tin. It's not comfortable. You basically feel like you're driving an old Defender. I've got some of my tools in the back there from doing some gardening over this weekend. It's got some tinted windows on the back. It's not a bad place to be. I mean, there's lots of aftermarket stuff you can buy now. So like the dashboard, you can buy like a leather cover for the entire dashboard and the binnacle layer at the top where you've got your compass, your altimeter and all that. You can buy like a full leather covering, which isn't a massive amount of money, and you could probably put on in situ, I think. Maybe make it a little bit more luxurious, like maybe like some A-pillar leather trims. I don't know, what do you think, folks? Do you think we should get it? Do you think we should just leave it? Shall we just sort of wash it and then sell it on for my dad, get something a little bit better? I think this would be a cracking little project. I don't think it would take a lot either to make it mint, really. And I've always liked the look of those Raptor painted trucks as well, so I think it would definitely look really nice with that. As you can see there, a bit of a look top, and it's brought out some budge as well, so that needs to be just ground back. I think there's probably a tap on that bottom end there. I don't even think I would really fill them in. I might, you know, leave a couple of taps in them corners. It needs probably a new fog light, get all these bump stops taken off, just get them completely changed. This here is dented, and because it's double skinned, it's quite hard to get that dent out, so I think you can get a tailgate for about £120. It's got new rear lights in it. I put new rear lights in it not so long ago. Like I said, it's got the tow bar, so I'll probably just de-air that back and maybe do some, you know, hammerite on that, or some sort of product very similar. And like I said, it's not that bad underneath. I've had a look underneath this truck, and like I said, with it being doing only 3,000 miles a year, I think it's probably done it the world of good. So yeah, let me know what you think, folks. Should we buy it? Should we sell it? Should we just scrap it? You know, what should we do? I think it's worth saving. I think it's a cracking little truck. It's been a cracking little truck over the last 7 years since it's been in the family. I love them. I really do. They're like an old Defender to drive. They're like an old Defender to handle. And I think they are probably one of my favourite trucks of all time. And I know that the newer trucks are nice, the bigger, the flashier, but I think we could maybe do something really special with this. So what do you think? If you don't know already, please like, share and subscribe. We've got some more epic content coming up on the channel. We've got so much more coming to this channel. Obviously, as you know, I've probably just bought the new Stagia project car. I'm going to do some coilovers on that, some new wheels, a bit of paint correction, see where we go from there. Project Disco V8, there is a big announcement coming up about that, so please like, share and subscribe, hit that notification bell, and we will be bringing you some more updates on those projects. Thank you very much now. Cheers now. Bye bye.